let's go over creating an animated morph using Illustrator and After Effects. First, you start with an Illustrator document. We want to set it at 1920 by 1080 points, because that's the size of high-definition video. Because we're working in video, which is pixel-based, you want to turn on pixel preview and make sure that snap to pixel is enabled. Now let's draw a star in the middle of the artboard, and we'll fill it with a gradient. Then we'll draw a circle, line those things up in the middle of the artboard, and fill that also with a gradient. Maybe change the gradient a little bit. The next thing you want to do is specify the number of steps or frames you want in your animation. So we go to the blend options. We're going to set this to 60 for a 60 frame morph. Then we set up the blend. You can enter the isolation mode, move things around, and make your animation look the way you want to. The next thing we need to do is expand the blend, which will turn everything into an individual shape. Here comes the tricky part. Open up the Layers panel. Okay, make sure everything is deselected. Spin down Layer 1 to reveal this group blend. Select the blend layer, not the blend. And then from the options, choose Release to Layers, Sequence. Now that the layers are all sequenced, everything is fine except they are still below layer 1. What you want to do is shift select all of these layers and drag them above layer 1. Layer 1 is now empty, so you can delete it. Now save the file and move over to After Effects. In After Effects, we'll import the file as a composition retaining layer sizes. When it's finished importing, you have a folder with all of the Illustrator layers, and you have a composition. Let's open that composition. I want our animation to start at, about 1 second. So I'm going to move the current time indicator to 1 second, and then I'm going to select all of the layers, and I'm going to use the shortcut keys to set an in and out point for all layers at 1 second. Now I'm going to use the keyframe assistant, which you can find by right-clicking on any layer or by going to the animation menu to sequence these layers. We're going to choose no overlap. The next step is to extend the first frame to the start of the composition. You do that by selecting the first layer, moving the current time indicator to 0, and use the shortcut key to set a new in point. Now you go to the very bottom of your composition, select the last layer in the sequence, move the current time indicator to the last frame of the composition, and set a new out point for the layer. Okay, that's all there is to that. If you want to reverse the direction of your animation, you can do that by shift selecting the layers in the timeline in a different order. Start at the bottom, move to the top. Then just repeat the procedure and you are done. That is all there is to creating a morph in Illustrator. You can also use this same sequencing layers trick to do any kind of animation using Illustrator or Photoshop files.